But Lori made some amazing hot chocolate. How good? High protein, high chocolate. So good.
We don't mess around with our nutrition. All right, I'm putting it on 4.
All right, we're in Talking Rock. We just came over a really cool mountain road, part of the Great Motorcycle Road recommendation. It was awesome. Freezing cold, 48 degrees, fingerless gloves. Look at that. It's like, barely move it.
I wanna go with you on a grand adventure.
All right, day 2. It is Sunday, the 21st, 4/21. We're in Nashville, Georgia still, of course. Looking a little bit like that. Gonna be that way today, it looks like. So we're gonna start the day in our rain gear. It's okay though. I mean, to the north, it's happening, like way up north, big storms. But we're gonna mosey our way out pretty slowly. Maybe get on the road at 9 or 10, and you know, we'll get. It looks like we're gonna get a little bit in Macon and Athens, Georgia. But it's supposed to be done through LJ, which is our final destination today. It's supposed to end there about noon, so we'll be through it. Bikes will probably be a little dirty and a little wet, but none worse for the wear, I hope. And we'll get them cleaned up. 308 miles or something today, so another nice easy day, and we're looking forward to it, man. We're excited to be out here. You know, in any other type of travel, packing and loading would be tedious, but not with motorcycles, man. It's just so fun getting everything ready, just playing with our toys. Big kids setting up our toys, and the beginning of the new day, clean them up a little bit, do what we can, get everything right, check the tire pressure, make sure the machines are in order, and man, nothing like the sound of rumbling out, heading out for yet another day. We needed some gas pretty early on between Scott's bike, which has the massive motor, and my bike, which has the massive wall of plastic. Trying to get as much drag going as possible. We got about 160 miles per tank, 170 maybe on a good day, less on the highway. So working out where to get the fuel and when our next stop is, and really just working our way into some weather. Here we finally found a gas station. Only one pump worked. Scott had to wait for us to load up, and but we got what we needed and kept on our way. Very cool into the weather. We're in a rainy Georgia. We got a little bit of a chill, and we wheeled in here right before the heavier rain started. It's not really even that heavy now, but heavier than it was. We still haven't broken out the heated gear yet. Oh, it looks like Lori is. Yeah. Mine's buried in the bottom of my trunk. I'm gonna try it without it. And we'll see. But Lori made some amazing hot chocolate. How good? High protein, high chocolate. So good.
We don't mess around with our nutrition. All right, I'm putting it on 4.
This was probably the rainiest we had at the whole trip, and it really wasn't that bad. It's just that I didn't have a solution for my fogging face shield. I think we got a solution, got that fixed now. It was maybe an hour and a half of that, and then just like the forecast, it cleared right up. Blue skies, and very fired up to be in these mountains. Some curves and hills. We're from Florida, man. The roads are pretty straight. So yes, it was getting colder, maybe ultimately mid-40s, but man, we were really happy to be in those hills. So much fun on those roads. All right, we're in Talking Rock. We just came over a really cool mountain road, part of the Great Motorcycle Road recommendation. It was awesome. Freezing cold, 48 degrees, fingerless gloves. Look at that. It's like, it's gonna barely move it. That's not true, I can move it. It's cold though. So we have 13 miles to go to our hotel in LJ. But getting here was just okay. A lot of like high-speed divided highways to get up here, given all the rain. Visibility sucked. I didn't have a solution for a foggy face mask, so I didn't have good visibility, and that's always tedious when you're on a motorcycle. Now, next step is Lori and Scott are going to find a restaurant before we hit the road later. The funny thing was, coming across the mountain, I kept telling Scott and Lori, 10 more miles, 5 more miles. And then as I'm pulling into Talking Rock, I'm like, oh no, this is not our final destination. I misread the Google Maps map that I put together. I thought that we didn't have any more vias, but as it turns out, we did. We have 13 more miles to go, which is fine. You can see that it's a picture perfect day. Just glorious, and have to be up north in the cooler weather and the great scenery. So we weren't too worse for the wear, not knowing what was coming next with the entrance to the Best Western in LJ, but we made it through that. No major mishaps. But looking forward to a nice dinner here in a few minutes. All right, we're at the Longhorn Steakhouse in LJ, Georgia.
Today our word of the day is gear.
It's been a day. We do a little restaurant wrap up, but I'm telling you, man, it was kind of crazy. I'm like beat, worn out, tired. We only did 300 miles.
I just got frozen to the bone.
And just cold and wet. Rained. It rained a lot of today. Or we dealt with water. Honestly, it didn't pour rain ever, right?
True.
Yeah, it's like a constant mist.
Yeah, there was a couple spots where it was light to moderate, I guess I would say, but not like ever heavy.
Right.
Or even moderate.
We are 3 minutes from the hotel, and we'll it's like that. So many things are about to happen here. First of all, I set up Lori's camera. The 360, GoPro 360 was on Lori's bike, and I screwed it in. I didn't screw it in tight enough. So as soon as we get about here, the thing's flipped essentially upside down. So that's why we're seeing this goofy. We're seeing actually the selfie stick that's disappearing. We're coming up this hill, and I'm looking for the hotel. I see the sign when I get about there, and I look up the hill and I go, that's it. There's no way I made that turn. Well, Scott was behind us far enough that he started to make that turn. So he got about halfway across the turn there, hit his front brake, and he just gently tipped it over, which is totally easy to do and understandable. So here we are, speeding up the video a little bit, spinning around to help Scott get that bike up. It was on kind of a decline, so 900-pound bike, tough to get that thing off the ground. So Scott and I double teamed it, and sure enough, man, Scott just fires that thing up. Lori's getting a little punchy here, and long day, and Scott just hammers it up the hill, like off he goes, and he's telling us it's a little, what's it like? It's a little rough. There's some holes here, there. Now I go up. Scott says stay to the left, and here's Lori going up it. To look at the video, it doesn't look as wild as it looked. Maybe we were tired or end of the day or what, but it looked like just an impossible switchback up that hill. And then you get up here and it's beautiful. Like, it's a beautiful hotel, just great. No problems at all. Nice people. They let us park our bikes, all 3 of them, under the overhang there.
I got all of that on film.
Did you get me on the ground?
No, I didn't.
Now we begin the process of unpacking the bikes. Just so many things. We got a little bit of a process improvement to work on here. We thought we were pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, and wet. Yep. Guy asked if it was a chilly ride today. Yep, sure enough.
No, not at all. It's
Pride.
like it has these crash guards on it, so it's just my pride. The bike's fine.
Oh, okay. I worried there for a minute. Not that we could have helped you pick it up, but
It's okay. We stopped, and that's what.
Those ladies drove by when Scott's bike was down, but just nice people. Everybody's making conversation, real friendly. Chit chat and stacking our stuff in. Happy to be done with the day, and ready to get showered and begin the process of cleaning the bikes. We're absolutely destroyed. But we got them clean, and we had a nice evening, and launch into an amazing next day.
Entry. So I've never seen an entry to a hotel. Right? Have you?
Oh.
I saw the site over the Best Western and a road that went straight up, and I was like, we can't do it.
Well, when she was like, "Your turn," I just expected to get to the top of the hill. And like, oh, there's a hotel. And then you're like, what?
Great. What a terrible leader. And the sign says right here.
It is Monday, February 22nd, I think, and it's about 40 degrees here in Ellijay, Georgia. East Ellijay, actually. I think it's probably the craziest hotel entrance I've ever been to on a motorcycle. We're going to get a little video on the way out, apparently, so we'll see. We'll be able to demonstrate how crazy it is. Yesterday, jumping off from our video in Nashville, Georgia, was like hot when we left. We were like too warm when we left. And as the forecast indicated, it did drop, man. It dropped 10 or 15 degrees, yeah. And it got cold, and then it started to rain. It was a little bit of something.
well, I used both batteries on my heated gear, and they're all charged up for today. Plus, we're going to have chaps on and leathers, so that's going to be good. And I have my feet in bags because I have the ventilated boots with me, and I'm not going to let any air in. Gear. Gonna have it.
So I will be wearing my 12-volt vest and gloves. And I think yesterday we should probably just call
Misty.
Yeah, it was misty.
Okay, Misty.
Most is probably.
Misty Monday.
Misty Monday.
I like that.
Yeah, rainy days and Mondays.
Or manic Mondays.
Yeah.
It was a little manic on the roads.
I'll
Right?
tell you what, we had, it cleared up as was the forecast as we got closer to LG. We had a great
Yes.
end of the day ride through the mountains. It was like essentially Dahlonega to Talking Rock. Man, what a great road. Got cold, right? It was in the 40s by the time we got up there. And we'd kind of had it by then, right? We were a little bit cold, but it was a really great ride. And we had a really nice dinner at Longhorn Steakhouse, just about 3 miles. You came back, and the thing is, you get on the road, you get a little crazy, things get nuts. You go stored up energy, you hit the bars and you get a little nuts, or you just lay in bed and do nothing and fall asleep like us old people. What else? What's on for today?
You tell us. You're the map maker.
I am the map maker. We're heading east to Coletta Outlook. It's also one of the great motorcycle roads. And then we do really a zigzag. It's going to be about 270 miles. Picked it up again from greatmotorcycleroads.com. Something like St. John's Canyon east of here. So it's like north-south, north-south. Through some what sounds like really cool areas. Then we weave up through Chattanooga. I'm hoping it's not like through Slow or downtown Chattanooga. Then up to Tellico Plains, where we pick up the Chairhouse Skyway, which we love. Everyone loves riding the Chairhouse Skyway. And that'll be again, an awesome finish to a great day, hopefully, as we end our day in Robbinsville. It'll be about 290 miles, pretty slow. We're getting a later start because we wanted the sun to get up a little bit. So we think we're going to roll in about the same time, 5:30, 6, something like that. Who really cares? We've got lots to do.
And we're staying at a house in Robbinsville,
Yep.
so we will have laundry tonight. Freshen up our clothes so we don't have to pack so much when we go on these trips.
Yeah.
And so every 3 days, if you have laundry, stop.
Yep.
And this one has coverage as well for the bikes.
We'll cover part.
We're psyched.
Since I only brought the one pair of underwear, I'm really
Yeah.
looking forward to wash them.
I may have had a slip yesterday at some point. I don't know. The
challenge of today, because
What? Where you lost it?
it's supposed to be sunny, so it'll be cool and sunny, so we should be all right temperature-wise. The challenge will be the proper amount of scenic turnout stops. I'm the worst at that. I'm terrible at that. I just keep going. So it's all like, get the consensus. Do we want to stop here? And I got the two with the helmets, and I'm like, what? Can you hear me? I didn't hear you. Do you want to stop? Are we stopping here? So we'll fight through that and hopefully get lots of happiness with the scenic turnouts and lots of good pictures. And
Right,
videos.
so we'll start off with one. We're going to stand over there and take a picture, so at least we have one mountain view with us in it.
One mountain view.
All right.
All right.
You see the magic in a single flake of snow.
So I have this suggestion / requirement that we would run the video and take some pictures, like still shots, screenshots, and then we would, in the theme of dance like no one's watching and gotta be silly all the time, we'd get some distance and break into just silly dance. Oh, that just kills me every time I see it. It's so funny.
I wanna go with you on a grand adventure.